What's up? It's your boy Jiggity D. Let's show some skin a little bit for the girls. Nah, there's no girls on YouTube, just a bunch of single dudes. But listen, I didn't know what to title this because I didn't want. I can't really title this like right wingers. Or are they all single? Because I don't really believe in that label crap. If you label yourself, that's all you. You call yourself conservative, Democrat, Republican, whatever you want to call yourself. That's all on you. I don't label myself because I've only seen that on YouTube, and that's something that is a trend for single dudes. That's what I have noticed. So I don't label myself really, but whatever. But so I decided, I'm going to ask this question. I always, said this, and one time I did see one of his videos where I thought he was next to a girl. But the reason why I'm thinking about this is like to ask the question, like on the title, is about him being single because majority of YouTubers, that's what I see, just a bunch of single dudes, is, he's a person, like I said, in my video that's titled, Jeremy James is a racist, and I put yes, where I said, there's certain people that you can know, like, they shouldn't have kids. Like, Jeremy, I don't see him being someone that can, like, watch over kids and blah, blah, blah. And, but it's not really just that, to get to the point is people who get into, right wingers, majority of them, what I have seen is always being single. And when it comes to the known ones, I guess they're not really known to me, but they get made fun of later. What's his name? Like Bill O'Reilly. I actually don't know all the names, but there's always this crazy, like, scandal about them, murder, sex harassing girls, beating their wives. The guy who was the black guy always sit behind Trump with the Black Lives Matter shirt, always smiling behind him at his rallies. I don't think he does that anymore when it got out about him or all the crazy things about him. But I was just like, there was like scandals about it. There's a new guy that, that like every time Trump praises a guy, so far what I have noticed is it like in 100% of every person that Trump praised, there's always a crazy scandal about them, and it's like I can't really say 100% of the time, but they're single. It's just a bunch of single dudes, and the newest guy, as you heard, it was a guy that gets they found his comments on porn websites saying something about he wished slavery would come back and he would have his own slaves, which is not really how it works, but whatever. It's just, like I said, they're very odd. It's like I said, reviews for like the movie called Am I Racist or something. They're very like odd. Like they say things that, just imagine like, reviews were like them. When people who review these movies that they call them so right-wing movies, make sure you understand I'm saying right wing, not white wing. But it's like the Sounds of Freedom or whatever this I Am Racist thing or Is Racist, whatever it's called, movies that I don't care to see and will probably most likely never see, is they always start out with saying that these liberals are trying to stop you, or they come or angry about this movie, and just imagine like just that is like, it's like weird. It's like, is that how you really want people to start out reviewing movies? Just saying things. I mean, clearly they have no proof of these things, and I explained that before, but just the fact of saying these things all the time. It's just like, can you just review the movie? It's kind of like Adam does movies. He did do the best review that I've seen. I've only seen 3 reviews talking about the movie, people who are not of hate. And Adam does movie did the best, but he had to explain himself. Just review the movie. If you think it's not funny, just get to that, because it's different than what you have done before. You have to explain certain things. He did a good job explaining. He did better than I could have. But I'm like, just review the movie. It's like you got to pause to talk about it. It's like, Little Mermaid. They had pause to talk about the controversy going on. That's only social media. That's single dude life. I don't care about that. Get to your freaking review. And it's weird to have that mind when it comes to the right wingers. Their reviews always have this whole like get to the review. I know I talk about things, but certain things are just completely unnecessary. But the thing is, it's just that I was thinking about it's just, I want to start out with Jeremy. It's just like, who apparently knows the hate group because he was like shocked that people didn't know who this guy is. Adam Does Movie said he didn't know who he was. I don't care. I don't even know the guy's name. I know something about Matt, but I would never hear about this guy again, unless I get onto some strange things about this movie, putting I Am Racist, whatever it's called, and then I'll see something about him. But besides that, no, I just forgot about it. I know the people called her so right wing want you to remember this name and blah blah blah, but whatever. I would never hear about this person again, most likely, unless he does something very strange. But it was just that, the common thing of that. And the thing is, I mean, there's so many other things, things I want to bring up as in praising myself as the video that's titled Jeremy is a Racist with a question mark and to put yes, where the two people I mentioned I have called racist on this channel were the only two reviewers trying to stand up for Jeremy. It was the black guy named Tyrone or Tyrese goes, whoa, 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 and didn't watch him. And then the Shin Talk About. I was just like, it is interesting. I mentioned those. I mentioned Jeremy, those two. And there were the two people that were upset by Snow White's Little Mermaid and all that. And it is interesting. Times I've been calling Jeremy racist, but like, oh, he's racist now to supposedly to people that are in comment sections. That's what they coming by says. Comment sections show people upset. Like Jeremy, honestly, in reality, why is it a waste of time? He's gonna just do normal what he does his reviews. It doesn't affect him at all. There is no effect to Jeremy's channel at all. I'm not gonna put that research in, but even if it was something like, he lost subscribers. If you're dumb enough to watch this guy in the first place, you're gonna go back. I watched Jeremy to see what he gave it because he's like quickly to see. I don't ever go to Rotten Tomatoes. I don't like to hear certain reviewers like Chris. He's just dumb as shit, and I definitely don't want to hear him at all. And he's worse than Jeremy, the Chris guy is, and he gets attacked because he doesn't want to criticize bad movies that he doesn't like anymore or something. I was like, Chris, you suck at reviews, dude. You call Godzilla 2014 epic. I think this movie called Hunting, he said it was a great movie. It's called Hunting or something. It was some straight to DVD crap. Whatever. Anyways, but yeah, it's and I do want to get into this other scenario. I'm trying to I didn't really think this out of how to jump to this scenario to put it together and stuff, but it's kind of like, what I noticed where I talk about, people who get in that right-wing stuff, and I'll show pictures, talk about them being single and stuff. I always see it as, when I'm saying that, it's kind of like, viewer responses, where I'll say, someone gave me a viewer response that talked about doing coke and cocaine and how their life's not together. And I'll say that, it's like, yeah, that's what YouTube people is like, people who do coke, like people like you who do cocaine, whatever, I'm sorry, and life's not together. And there'd be someone that else has that same outcome that watches that person and be like, hey, he's making fun of people like us that do coke and cocaine and don't have their life together. So when I talk about these people, when I do the videos about the I Am Racist, whatever it's called, it's just like I always say picture of when I'm saying like this person looks homeless or something, they'll see it as, oh, this is an attack on me because I'm single and no girl wants to be around me and I look homeless or out of shape or hairy, that, he's against us, as in like they see him as this person is the same as me because we both have the same thing in common of being screw-ups. Or they don't think screw-ups, but they think as being alone, out of shape, and they think, so they kind of bond that kind of way, that's kind of like, like I said, the response to people who talk about killing themselves, the coke they did and blah, blah, blah. They gather, when I see their, click their people comment on their thing that kept giving me their responses, they gather a lot of strange ass people because I guess they saw themselves as so they saw it as for me to explain something to someone about their life. They saw it as it was attack on them and attack on this person because they were the same, because their life wasn't together. I don't know if I explained that right, but I've always acknowledge that. So when I'm saying like this kind of group is kind of like, they always look homeless, like pedophiles, blah blah blah, and and they'll see a similar thing as in, and also be alone and blah blah, and they'll see a similar self. It's almost like the cats thing, like they do the cat things where, well, I'm single and I have a cat, so he's talking about all of us. It's just like whatever. But or no, I'm not single, but they were like, no, he was like saying it. And the thing is, I will say something about the single cat thing. When they say that's the most single moms, or they say single moms are childless mothers without, not single moms, but childless mothers. I don't remember if it was single or not. I'm like, no, people, and everyone agrees. What's on the internet is a bunch of single dudes. It's not no single moms with cats. It's a bunch of single dudes. But, you have their stance is they have to attack females or in skin color. And I'll explain that rules, and it's probably in that video titled "Jeremy is a Racist," yes, or the video after that. I don't remember what video that is. I explained that in so many videos of what the rules is of what they can attack. I think it's the next video. I don't know which one that's titled, but but yeah, that was all I wanted to say. It's just like a weird, like I said, I know social media or whatever they call it, news, whatever, they're saying the word weird, but I told you several times, things I said, I've been saying these things way before the news, way before anything else. Trump wanted to be a dictator. I've been saying that way before the news kept saying it or whatever, who keeps saying it now. The weird thing, I've been saying that. It's just, and I will explain, weird is just some racist dudes. It's kind of like just the kind of single dudes that give money to Andrew Tate. It's just like that kind of weirdness. It's not no single mothers with cats or whatever the guy said. No, it's single dudes. But the point is, it's just, in that trend, it's really just a bunch. I mean, it's just weird to want to be accepted in that. But I feel like they see themselves as in like, this person has a cat and and they're alone. I have a cat and I'm alone. So he's attacking all of us. And that's why I see it as if I ever say something about, someone of hate, saying they're single, this and that. And they see it as attack on them because they're single. No girl wants them around them. They're out of shape, hairy, live with their parents. He's attacking me because I live with my parents. But they don't see it as the fact that they're fuck ups. There's a reason why no one wants to be around you. Like I said, there are people rushing to people who gave me very responses, who are giving me very responses, talking about killing themselves. And not the person that's married, rich, kids, life together, job, all that. Not that person. No, so it's just like, you call it weird, or you can see the real word is a bunch of racist idiots that don't really know why their life is where it is, and they think they have a connection with trash, but, and that's the other thing is, I'm like, and it was just like the common thing. It was just like so many common things where in my video about Germany, I put yes, whatever. It was just like the two other people I mentioned was the only ones that I know of that were trying to fit Germany. And the thing is, whatever, it's just like they must get in hate channels because a normal person feels like there's no effect on Germany. There's no effect, but at the same time, it's just weird because like I've been calling this dude racist. I've been coming up with reasons why this dude's a racist, and then I did example like that. When it came to the Chris thing, it's like now he's an idiot. And all the dumb things he says, he's an